20世紀末のロンドンでアバの魔法に触れた音楽家がいる。1999年、この街で初演されたミュージカル「マンマミーヤ」。その音楽スーパーバイザーを務め、他にも数多くのヒットミュージカルを手掛けてきたマーティン・コッシュは、ダンシング・クイーンを舞台用にアレンジするのは至難の業だったと語る。
I think it's too perfect to mess with. I think they got it exactly right in every shape and form. The harmonies, the vocal harmonies, the melody, the lyrics, and the tempo. Everything is perfect, and I don't think it should be tampered with. No. I asked, expecting the answer to be no, if I could have a copy of the multi-track recordings that they originally did, so that we could really hear exactly what was played and what was sung. And they let me listen to those, which was both an education and a privilege to listen to. But there's all sorts of things. For example, Benny used to play all the keyboard tracks, and there are many keyboard tracks on this one, but it's the way they work with each other that makes the whole. So there's lots of elements that create the whole. It's not just one. I mean, predominantly there's the piano, of course, but there's lots of other things going on underneath that just join together so beautifully. Taking you into the verse, but there's lots of bits going on the multi-track that make it sound much more impressive than... It's very good stuff. You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. And then you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. There's many parts going on there, and it builds up to the whole. What's interesting, though, is how specific the tempo markings are of all these numbers. Especially in theatre, as time goes on, the temptation is to make things a little bit faster to keep the energy up. And it just doesn't work with these numbers. We play them mostly to click, to make sure that the tempo stays exactly the same.
Dancing Queen。隅々まで計算し尽くされた寸分の狂いもないアレンジはまさに奇跡だった。スタジオはほとんど当時と変わらないまま今も現役で使われている。
This is where they make the reverb sound for all the new technique that we have today.
何もかも全てがアナログ。アバはこのスタジオで革新的なサウンドを生み出した。
The B3, yes, and this particular piano, they use that all the time.
Wow. Today as well, you know.
ドラマーロジャー・パーム。アバのレコーディングでは常連だった彼がダンシング・クイーンのドラムを叩いている。
Must have been done in the Glen studio, but they moved the backtrack here and proceeded with the piano here and everything else, and the mix, of course. We began with pen and paper, the musicians, I mean, and then Björn and Benny sang and played for us the song, and then we did write down the form and the chords and rehearsed a little bit, and then I think it was done in 1 or 2 takes. They did not want any crash cymbals. You know, a crash cymbal for a drummer, that is, you make a fill in and then you on one or something else. No, it's very hard to get rid of in the mix. I think it was Björn. You can't play on that one. So we took them away. No cymbals at all. That's on Dancing Queen. That's right. They wanted to get the drums very loud. Yes, right. And then if you had the crash, it would be even louder. Right. So that's if you took it away, it would be solve that problem for them.
1975年8月、ビオルンとベニーは小さなスタジオにミュージシャンを集めて、この曲のバックトラックの制作に取り掛かった。しかし初めはダンサブルなノリをうまくつかめず、ヒントを探しながら練り上げていったという。
Et ce n'est pas un secret de dire maintenant que Dancing Queen, Björn et Benny se sont inspirés du fameux hit disco de George McRae, Rock Your Baby, mais aussi de certaines parties de basse du titre Gumbo de Dr. John. Ils se sont inspirés de ces morceaux pour, disons, l'ambiance. Il y a la basse, mais aussi le rythme et l'atmosphère du titre Dancing Queen.
彼らはまずディスコミュージックの走りと言われる1974年の全米ナンバーワンソング「Rock Your Baby」を聴いて曲のイメージを探った。
But this was going to be a bit slower. And then we thought about making something in between the song lines. So then I remember the Dr. John record called Gumbo and other records of him as well that Michael and myself had been listening to. And maybe you just hit between and then it will be fine. That's more of, if you say, a triplet feel, then the Rock the Boat is more of a straight 8 feel.
ガンボ、アメリカ・ニューオーリンズ出身のピアニストドクター・ジョンが72年に発表したこのアルバムは、その強烈なリズムで世界中のミュージシャンに影響を与えた。セカンドラインと呼ばれるリズムをはじめ、独特のスタイルで知られるニューオーリンズ音楽。ダンシングクイーンのグルーヴの秘密はそこにあった。アメリカ南部から北欧へと運ばれたリズムにキャッチーなポップセンスとクラシックの香り。アバサウンドはここに頂点を極めた。